Continuing now with our top story, President Obama's press conference this afternoon. Most of it was on the economy, as I said. Predictably, the president said things will get better, that his policies will eventually work. Joining us from Los Angeles, Fox News analyst Leslie Marshall, and from Washington, D.C., Dana Perino, also an analyst for FNC. Dana, I have to make a confession, and I'm confessing this to the whole world here. I actually fell asleep watching that press conference. I did. I did. I felt, and then I was like,
"You're not alone."
You know, I was like, and I was tired. I didn't fall asleep. It wasn't exciting, but he's kind of professorial. But then I got, my crack staff briefed me about what I missed while I was in the land of Nod. But I almost fell asleep during that briefing. So again, I have narcolepsy. Right. Did you get anything out of the press conference?
Well, I don't think anybody did, and in fact, the worst part is, Bill, I don't think the president got anything out of it. I was really surprised last week when they announced on Friday that they would have a press conference a week from then. I don't understand why you would do that, especially when on Monday he gave a speech on the economy. Wednesday he gave another speech on the economy and an interview to ABC News' George Stephanopoulos. Plus he's going to have this press conference. Well, the only news that really came out of it is that now we're back talking about the mosque. And he said that he hadn't finished anything on Gitmo. Plus, he said that he did not say that healthcare, or that he promised that he never said that healthcare rates would rise when he actually did. And tomorrow morning is September 11th. So in tomorrow morning's papers, everything you're going to read about the press conference was all of the stuff and not a coherent message. I actually think, Bill, that this was one of the worst weeks in President Obama's presidency.
Look,
one of the worst weeks
I don't know about
had.
that, but I disagree with you. I think the message was clear that he's telling the American people his economy strategy is going to work. You just have to give it more time. And he's did it all week.
But how's that any different than what he said all week? And now
but
he's messed it up.
He's trying to over and over and over, so everybody goes, well, maybe he's right.
But no one's believing it. That's why it's the emperor had no closed press conference.
I bet you Leslie believes a little bit of it, Dana. I mean, no one? Come on, Leslie, what do you say?
Well, not enough that it's going to make a difference in November.
Yes, but, come on, guys. I'm not going to use my pregnancy analogy again. You don't take the better part of a decade to get to a place economically and expect to be, just turn it around in 18 months. And that's what the president's doing. I think he's constantly reminding and reiterating to the American people, I know that you're impatient. I'm not happy with the way it's going, but hang with me. This is going to work. So I agree with you, Bill, on that. I didn't fall asleep, guys. He is professorial. I will agree on that. But I think he's just reminding the American people, and I don't think it hurts, an election in November or not, to keep the American people in the loop and to address their questions and their concerns.
Okay, but the problem here
is, the economy, the loon in Florida,
what I was telling Cameron and Goldar. It's what I was telling Cameron and Goldar. The problem is that not nobody, but few Americans are buying it, okay? They're basically saying, look, yeah, you inherited a bad deal. I think that's fair to say. But you made it worse. You made it worse by ramming this health care thing down people's throats that don't want it and ignoring the economy in their view. And now we have an unemployment rate that's actually rising. All right? So you made it worse. That's what's in play here, Leslie. That's what's going on.
First of all, nothing regarding health care is in play because it hasn't taken effect yet.
No, but it took them so long to get it passed that the perception is they ignored the economy.
Whose fault was that? Did
Obama's
we have to have
fault because he put the priority.
I disagree.
He didn't prioritize correctly. The economy should have been number one.
I love how he keeps blaming the Republicans when it's amazing to me that he keeps blaming the Republicans when really I saw a great quote this week that Republicans couldn't stop a swinging door. The Democrats have wide majorities in both houses of Congress, and if they wanted to get more things done, they could get it done. He never laments the conservative Democrats that are blocking his agenda. He just blames Congressman Boehner and other Republicans. I mean, that's astounding.
All right, now.
Yeah, but Dana, you worked in the White House. That's politics as usual, especially with an election
exactly
around
right,
the
Leslie.
corner,
You're a brilliant woman. You're a brilliant woman, Leslie. And that's the only way.
Except for that President Bush actually won seats in 2002.
Usually, the only way I can get you guys to stop talking is call you brilliant, and you go, well, that. Okay. Now, it is politics as usual, but that's the point. That Mr. Obama is basically trying to convince the American people that he's going to be your prosperity is just. It's coming in January. Don't throw us out in November because in January there it's coming. But I'm saying to you that the American people are now suspect of the president's administration. They're suspect. And Leslie, you know they are because all the polls demonstrate that.
Bill, and I've said it before, unless we see a headline that says unemployment, you know, is at this great number, or Americans feel or see headlines about foreclosure slowing down and more construction, etc., the perception is, even for people that have jobs, even for people whose paychecks or health care, etc., haven't changed, that things aren't going well. So when the perception is that the economy is doing well, then they're going to be on board and be happy with incumbents instead of throwing them out.
All right, Dana, one real quick.
Perhaps.
You would have advised the president not to hold a press conference today. Why?
Well, because he already had he had saturated the market all week long. And every time he talked, he worsened his position in the news cycle. And so I would have just held back, let him have some breathing room, come back next week, and then decide on Monday or Tuesday if a press conference would be appropriate. And let me say this, if we agree that it's politics as usual, good policy makes for good politics. They don't have good policy, therefore their politics are all wrong, and that's why they're upside down.
There you go. Dana Perino, Leslie Marshall, thanks for both sides, and we would like